Demonstrating maximum depth of binary tree on Leetcode. Given the root of a binary tree, return its maximum depth. A binary tree's maximum depth is the number of nodes along the longest path from the root node down to the furthest leaf down. So in this visual picture here, it's 1, 2, 3. So the depth is 3 because there's a top layer, second layer, and a third layer down. So in the output, it says 3 there. If you have a 1, a null, and a 2, the output is 2. So the tree is done in an array here when solving the problem. The tree is converted to an array when solving the problem. So I'm going to start with the base case here. If there's no root, that's the end of the problem. We'll stop. If there's no root, 0. We're going to create the variable, the base of the tree. In this case, it would be the 3 for the example. And then we're going to initialize the depth and set it to 0. And we're going to initialize a while loop and say as long as the q does not equal 0, then we'll proceed. Create a variable called length and equal that to the q.length, which is the length of the queue. We're going to create a for loop and loop through the length of it, of the binary tree. Then inside this for loop, we're going to check the right and left leaves and see if there's an existing node for the right and left. And then we're going to do the same for the right. So we're pushing the nodes into the array. And then we're going to splice the 0 index in the length variable. Then increment depth. And lastly, return depth. Runtime complexity for this is 0 of n squared because we have a for loop inside of a while loop here. So we're looping inside of a loop basically. The space-time complexity will be O of 1 because we have a set amount of nodes in the tree and we don't need to add any more to the tree.